One of my favorite parts about the Guild is afterwards we receive so many testimonies and stories of students who have experienced God at the Guild and just the amazing stories that they come away with. What is your favorite story or memory from past Guilds?
Well, there's so many. We've had so many amazing guest artists that have come. We had Christopher Parkening, greatest classical guitarist in the world. He came. His rehearsal showed students the intense level of excellence, even in rehearsal, the requirement of excellence. Michael Card, just in his song Emmanuel, and when he shared with the entire group that Emmanuel was God with us, and that in order for God to be with us, it required the most incredible act in the universe, that the Son of God would be willing to die. And he said, God's madly in love with you and is willing to do the unthinkable. When he said that, it was like, then Dr. Warren Gage, when he talked about the swaddling clothes of Jesus' birth, that they were burial clothes, it was like, whoa, I never saw that before. And then Buddy Green, he came from Carnegie Hall to the Lamplighter Guild, and he played his harmonica, and he lit up the place. I mean, the place was like dancing, and then we had the Light of the World Ballet, and I'll never forget that moment. I had been frustrated all day leading up to the Guild. And for me to go into the Guild as a frustrated director, that's not healthy, And I was asking the Lord, take this from me, and it wasn't leaving me. So here I am frustrated because I'm watching some staff not doing what I thought they should be doing. I'm frustrated. And here's the Light of the World Ballet dealing with wisdom and folly. And folly keeps showing one of the girls that she can work her way, and the girl keeps giving her dirty rag to show this is her reward, and wisdom would turn away from her rags of good works,
Right.
And then all of a sudden wisdom starts swirling. These are ballerinas, right? She's swirling, and as she's swirling, the dirty rag turns into a crown.
Whoa.
A crown of thorns. And she turns and she hands the crown of thorns to the girl, and she goes, it's not your works, it's this crown. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, here I am frustrated because a certain amount of work isn't being done, and I lost focus of the cross. I lost the focus of what the Guild was all about. It's all about transformation through the work of Christ, not my work. And when I was bawling like a baby, so that was a really turning point for me. And so there had literally Sarah Groves, Andrew Peterson. There have been so many people here at the Guild that have been, moments where you're just like, wow, like this lady, she said to Andrew Peterson, your songs are all about, hurt and about, redemption and loss. She goes, do you have any songs about just pure joy? And Andrew Peterson goes, oh yeah, I mean, no. He was like, no, lady, because life is about, we're in this life, we're going to suffer, and suffer produces endurance, character, hope, love.
That's where we experience the grace of God.
Absolutely.
When we come to the end of ourselves,
Yes.
we can experience that poured out on us.
And the infusion of not just God's love, but God's righteousness. And then his ideas of creativeness, the imagination gets inspired. And it's like, when your imagination comes alive, because we're created in what?
God's image.
That's where the word imagination comes from. And when you start living in the image of God, the imagination just soars. And when you start realizing, what? God has placed me here on this earth to change this world.
Yes.
There is nothing impossible with God.
Amen.
Nothing.